Hear me. This is Wesley from the Central Ohio GameDev group, or COGG. Got my mic on just to see if everything's working. It's always a little bit of a delay, but if you can hear me in the chat, let me know. We're on YouTube. Wonderful, wonderful. Hey George, how's it going? I'm a little bit quiet, yeah. Okay. The mic is adjustable. Sometimes I need to push it towards my mouth a little bit. Yeah, cool. Let me see if I can actually bump that. Everybody said I was a little low last time. May do. Put it up to like, I don't know, 2. See if that helps. Oh. Okay. If it's too loud, not loud enough, let me know. I can make adjustments. I'm going to go ahead and move over to my camera. Everybody see me. Hello, hello, hello. It is December 27th, 2025, and it is the last COGG event of the year. Thank you for everybody that can make it out. I know everybody's traveling, doing holiday stuff, maybe just relaxing. This is a very, casual event. We have this event, um, at the end of the month, the last Saturday usually, and it's a great way for us to give you news about what's coming up with our little game group for next month and what happened this month. So if you're new here, just go ahead and say hello in the chat. We're happy to have you, and I'm very excited to get to know you. And if you're here and been hanging out with us for a little while, good to have you back. Thankful for everyone that can kind of be a part of this. This is very much a volunteer-based collaborative environment, so we're very excited to have you. So let me know if we can support you in any other way. Yeah, sounds like it's a little still quiet, although I'm peaking. I'm peaking on OBS, so I don't want to bring it up too high. Wonder why. If I just stuff this mic in my mouth, will that work? So, yeah, just let me know if it's a little bit better. I'll try to keep that in mind. Okay. All right. So we've got a very casual event. I think the big thing that I just wanted to thank everybody for is last Saturday we had a really amazing COGG holiday party. We always have fun there. It's just kind of a thank you end of the year in-person event at Game Arena. So normally when we do it, we had a lot of really cool people there, bringing out the end of the year. If you did miss it, don't worry. There's plenty of up and coming in-person events. So if you missed out, there's some cool events I'll talk to you guys about next month that might be of interest to you. So, but yeah, just keep on aware if you're trying to find ways to meet people in person. We do a mixture of things, and that just kind of stems from obviously like when we were in COVID times, like we had to do online, so we kind of built that up, and then we kept it after everything kind of settled down for a bit, and then we been doing a blend ever since. It's been great. It's a good way to kind of get people to meet each other in person, and then if you can't because of distance, you can join us anytime that we have online events. So let me go ahead and do a little spiel about our group, and if you've seen this before, I apologize. I know it's a little bit of redundancy, but for those of you who are new, this is good. And it's a little bit different this time, just for the New Year stuff. Cool. So it is New Year's. So it is December 27th, 2025. That image was just kind of a little snapshot of an old one. I need to get a new one of our group. So we are a 2,400 members strong on Meetup. So we do have quite a few people. Obviously, not that many people are, going to these events every day or every month. But we've been around for a bit, so we've, gotten to help us support many different backgrounds of game development members. So you do not need to pay for anything. This is all just kind of a collaborative experience. We have folks who are coming in for the first time, just interested. We have folks that come from many different backgrounds, from hobbyists to working in the industry, veterans, every bit of in between. Our Discord is growing. We've got now over 900. I think there's a point. I think it's like 1,000 members that we can actually start to change our invite name, which would be pretty cool. I forget. I'll have to double check that. Of news for our Discord. Discord, for those of you who haven't used it, I put it in the chat at the very top. It's a great way to talk to us in person. I'll show a little bit of it today, but it's a good way to kind of talk to us 24/7 basically with us and our members. And it's a good place to share your games. If you have questions, we sometimes host events on there. So definitely check that out. It's a good way to kind of keep connected with everything that we do. There's a listing of all our social medias, ways to get involved. If you're on stream, you already are here on our YouTube channel. There's our Discord link again. There's our website, which really, honestly, that website is probably the best way to find everything, thecogg.com, because you can find all our social media at the top right corner. If you want to find a list of our events, they're at the very top. We always have at least two. We try to anyways. And it's a great way to see, what's coming up. And then on our Meetup page, I've got to update this a little bit. There's one more event I want to add on here, but you can find all our events on meetup.com/the-COGG. And I always tell folks this is a great way. If you're not really sure what's coming up, this is a great way to find out. And so you would just come down here to upcoming events, and you'll see this one's today. We've got our prototype in play, which will most likely be online this January. And I've got another one coming up. You'll notice that I've actually canceled the GameDev meetup, and that is because we are working with CCAD again to do our Global Game Jam. So we're in the works of that, and we'll keep you guys posted on where to sign up and everything. That is, pretty much locked in. We've got a new administrator working the game design program. So it's been a little bit kind of like catching up and finding new realms of communications. But it should be pretty similar to last year if you've seen it before, and I'll show you that here in a little bit. But I just want to let you know that our Meetup page is a great way to find all our events and all our opportunities. Cool. So in December, we have some of our events. So like the Let's Play again is second Fridays of the month. So that this month is online. It'd be January 9th from 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. Eastern Time. We've again canceled due to Global Game Jam for the GameDev meetup, which is usually the last Saturday of the month. And then here's the CCAD COGG Global Game Jam. So that'll be January 30th through February 1st. It's that Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And normally the way that works is we come in like around 5. We will have our Game Jam event will start at 5. We'll have food for about an hour so people can kind of settle in. And then at 6 o'clock for an hour, we'll showcase the keynotes talk that they do every year for Global Game Jam. And then that night from like around 7 to midnight, we'll have everybody start their coordinate teams of collaboration and ways for people to kind of start working on their games. And it'll be a lot like last year. We'll have it kind of like a on and off lock-in, so to speak. So you'll be there till midnight, come back in around 7 a.m., be there on Saturday 7 a.m. to midnight again, and then Sunday will be the last day from 7 a.m. till about 7 p.m. We will have like people uploading games on Sunday, and then around like 5 or 6, we'll have people coming in at the end to showcase their games to everybody, and we'll again have like some sort of dinner at that instance. So this is a totally free event. We're just happy to support it. We'll pay for some of the food. We'll have snacks and breakfast items and some basically like dinners and whatnot on Friday and Sunday. But for the most part, it's pretty great opportunity. If you've never been part of a game jam before, it's a great way to work on a game with others. And even if you don't have any game development experience, that's okay. We'll pair you up with people that do. The cool thing is because we will be at the Columbus College of Art and Design, we will be helping to coordinate teams together, technicals and creatives and everybody in between with a multitude of different skill sets. So we encourage the intertwining, collaboration between different skills. And if you don't have any skills, again, it's perfectly fine. We'll help you get onboarded with whatever you're interested in getting into. So look forward to that. It's always one of our big events a year, so don't miss it out. Don't miss out on this Global Game Jam event. And if you want to see what we've done in years past, this is what we did last year. Posted in our chat. But it'll be very similar to this. So this is one from technically this year, but one soon to be last year. It'll give you pretty much a lot of the information of what you can kind of expect, like the timing, any information. I will say that just like before, because there will be students of different age groups, we will have a waiver for people to sign, and that's just for the protection of you all, and obviously for anything that were to happen. But it's basically just to say that your parents, if you're younger than 18, can sign off on your support. So if you do want to have, I mean, somebody else that's younger, you can do that. It's also just, there's equipment there, so like we want to make sure people aren't just like, you know, throwing Cintiqs across the room, which we will have access to. So if you want Cintiqs, like drawing tablets, you can use those in computers, all that good stuff, just to make sure that you're saying, oh, I'm not going to destroy anything. So, but pretty simple stuff. But outside of that, it's pretty straightforward. We'll have tons of resources. Like I said, we'll have prototyping tools. You'll see all the facilities information over here. There'll be parking that's free that you guys can use. There'll be a quiet space if you just need time to the event. There's refrigerators. There's places to recycle stuff, gender neutral toilets, all the good stuff, the basics anyways. We're not going to have a hot tub. That's the joke that Global Game Jam always says. But we'll have pretty much everything else that you would need. I will say though that if you are coming from out of town, please do plan to leave at midnight or earlier, and just make sure that your team coordinates that, because like we will not be able to have the facility open past midnight. That's just kind of what our availability is to make sure to have security on site so they can help us if anything happens. But outside of that, yeah, just keep in mind that if you want to join, great. If you want to crash at a friend's place, you can do that. If you want to go home with your team and collaborate a bit more and come back in the morning, you can totally do that. If you want to do some stuff online, we will have our Discord. We're working with Jamio to have a bot to kind of help us form teams. But if you need to do it online, like we have opportunities for that, so keep in mind, just much like last year they had those as well. So that should be great. It's a lot of fun. It's a great way to see what it's like to kind of work on games if you've never done it before in a project team-based fashion. The great thing is because it's just over a weekend, you don't have a lot to lose. It's just, a little bit of your time to do some really cool work that you can passionately work on yourself with your team. So lots of good stuff. Very excited for this. And if you have any questions, you can post them in the chat. You can also email us at info@thecogg.com, and that'll go to me and our team. We'll be happy to help answer any questions you might have. Cool. So that's the events for January. And I also like to call out, there's a community spotlight. I've been trying to be more adamant about giving an opportunity for people to let me know if you have something game related. I will try my best to promote that. We're by no means necessarily running these events. Let me just kind of make sure that's clear. They're just there if, say, you have, I don't know, like you want to do a gameplay of the game that you're releasing, right? And you're going to do that on a Saturday. Let us know. We'll make for you things like, a promotional announcement, or we'll, like we've done this with the new Unity user group that Eric in our group has been doing with Unity. They've actually got like a partnership with Unity to do a new group called the Unity user group. You see them on some of our events, but also like on Meetup.com for Columbus. And we want to highlight those type of events. So if we can help promote, let us know. Just ping me on Discord or email me, and we'll work together on how we can promote that. And it's a very flexible opportunity. So just talk to me and we can figure out something. But it's just kind of a great way to kind of give a spotlight to you all so that you get a chance to kind of showcase what you want to do. And this is kind of like a branch from our Let's Play series, which was a great way to kind of play your games online, which we may get back into. There's some things I'd like to do for next year. I think I've been talking to you all. There's like a new changes that I just want to help grow the community. We want to go in and maybe update our branding. So we might ask everyone if they want to help with that. So keep an eye out for that. We're looking to redo some of our marketing materials, maybe add some more visual style to our COGG material. It's always been black and white, pretty simple stuff. Even this could be changed. Like this is just pretty basic stuff. So keep an eye out for that. Keep an eye out for volunteer opportunities. If you're interested in, staying in our list, and I have not reached out to anybody, so I apologize for that. But if you want to be a volunteer, you can go to the COGG.com. At the very bottom, you can uh, post in here to join our team, and that goes to us, and we put you in the list. And I think I just need to get through that list and start asking folks. And this might entail things like if you want to help out with the website, if you want to help out in Discord, or set up in-person events, or help run an event, or just brainstorm some things. Really, this group isn't as good as much as you all put work into it too, right? Like we want to make it feel like you guys are part of this. I say work, but like fun things like what are you interested in games, and how can we help to support you? So if you want to be a part of this, if you think this group is cool and you enjoy your stay here, consider volunteering. We're going to be kind of working in the next year, and I do apologize. It's been a little bit of an echo sometimes with some things. I've started a new job, so it's been a little bit acclimation to that new role, but we're starting to settle down. Although it's kind of settling up again because I'm moving to a new team, but in general it's starting to kind of settle. So, but that's to say, like it's always been the plan to have you guys all support. So if you find something that you want to be helping to be a part of, right? Like maybe it's even being a part of these online game dev meetups. If you want to be part of that, you can do that. Um, let me know. We're pretty open to ideas, but we just want to make sure it's the community that you want it to be. Cool. And then there's our online stuff again at the bottom. There's our Facebook page if you're interested. And yeah, so it's good stuff. All right, so today's plan is the normal stuff, like we've got our local events, our COGG games, our presenters. We actually have just one presenter today, but I've got a couple things on the docket for some of you all. I do keep an eye on like what's going on in Discord, so I've got a couple things to share there. But if you want to be a part of these every month, it's again the last Saturday of the month, except for next month because of Global Game Jam, so it's a little bit of an outlier. But if you want to want to present to these, let me know. We tend to have these online, these game dev meetups. And so what you would do is if you want to, put in a presentation, say for not January, because we're not going to have one, but for February, for example, we will have, if you go to our meetup page and you go to any one of these orange ones, these game dev meetups, you can go to any of them and there will be a Google form that you can log in and capture some very basic details, and it goes into a spreadsheet that I see, and I reach out to you, and we can kind of collaborate. And I will say that for February, at least the anticipation, we've been working with a new co-working space called Boxland Media, which I don't know if I got that up. Media. They've been a great co-working space. They've kind of also been going through new business changes too, so it's been a little bit up and down in terms of getting them to or getting to work with them. But they've been a great in-person event, especially for these game dev meetups. And we hope to be one in February for a game dev meetup. So the last Saturday of the month for the game dev meetup is going to be tentatively at Boxline Media. So if you want to do a presentation, again, be sure to go to any of our game dev meetups on our meetup page, fill out that Google form link, and let us know if you're interested. And if you can't do February, but you want to do March, right? Like you can kind of plan ahead. Totally up to you. So yeah, so definitely keep an eye out for that. We are working to do, again, I always say this, but more in-person events. We actually have another one in the docket that we're looking into. And it just kind of comes down to there's a lot of different opportunities, and sometimes they're available, sometimes they're not, sometimes there's cost in certain things, but just know that we're trying to offer you more opportunities to do all kinds of stuff. Between the community spotlights and the more in-person and online events and just more good stuff. So, and if you have any ideas, let us know. You can email us, you can ping me in Discord. We're always looking at everybody's feedback and trying to find ways to kind of support you all. So, cool. So we will have that coming up. We've got our first docket is will be the County of Rosefield, and they got a special announcement, so I'll showcase that here in a sec. But before we get to that, I want to let you know that after the event, we're going to jump into our Discord channel, and we'll be going to the general voice channel. I'll show you that here in a sec, and we'll be asking you a question of, with the new year bringing new games, what games are you planning to play next year, or even right now? Like if you're on break, like what are you playing right now? I know one of them I'm playing is the new Game Awards game. Sorry, my mic turns off sometimes, and I don't know why. All right, Game Award game. The what is it called? Claire Obscure 33. So that seems like a pretty fun game, and so I'm hoping to play that the next weekend or two. But yeah, so if you're interested, if you go to our website, thecogg.com, at the very top right corner is join our Discord, and that'll open up once you sign in to Discord that looks kind of like this, and to everyone's support. I know I blasted you with a white version of this, and I guess it blinded people, so I tried to do a dark one. But yeah, so this is where you'll join us at the end of the show, and you'll see that there's all kinds of stuff you can peek through. If you do get stuck coming in, I know someone was saying like having a little bit of a challenge to sign in. Just let me know. We do have bots and things in place to kind of, or say bots, but like sign in registration so that we don't have malicious bots in our channels. We try to find that out best we can. There's a great section for like introducing yourself, which is a great way to kind of see what you can, do to, or how you want to, describe yourself. All our announcements are here, so I try to keep everybody up to date there. And then YouTube will be automatically posted here later today once the recording is done. You have a section for game engines, so if you have questions about Unreal, Unity, Godot, or anything else, you can ask that there. And the big meat and potatoes really is this community section. So they have all kinds of opportunities where you can like just chat, you can ask questions, you can share your games here, which I'll be pulling a couple here today. There's all kinds of resources. If you're looking to start up a business, you can ask here. Art, sound, works in progress, which I see some really good stuff in here. You guys are really great to kind of post updates here. Please continue to do that. Got some game updates, some screenshots. We've got hardware, so if you're looking to, make a really cool Nerf gun that's, connected to a game of some sort, Phil does a great job there. Job and collaboration, it's our, word of mouth, like, hey, here's job opportunities. You can either post that you're looking for a job, or you can ask for a job. I keep saying this, but like my goal is to, make this more of like what the dev help channel looks like this forum view, so that, if you have a job opportunity, people can talk to you personally. So keep an eye out for that as we start to change that. But otherwise, take a look, see if there's something in here that you might find interesting. We do have people that work here from time to time. It's just your own supports. We don't do anything to this channel other than, just make sure there's nobody cursing someone out in here or something. Shameless plugs is great. John does an amazing job like showcasing some of his channel stuff. He does like a breakdown of retro games. He's got a couple of them this month, which is great. There's random external events, so a lot of times we'll post in here different events like community spotlight stuff, but also there's a cool sandbox space podcast that Tom and Chris, my partner at Multiverse Games, does to showcase professional game development opportunities and talks. Great way to kind of get involved there. Definitely check that. That's every second Wednesday, I think, or every Wednesday, sorry, at 10 a.m. Definitely check them out on Twitch. Game Jam shares. Looks like Tom had a call out from Donkey, which I thought was great. They did a game jam called Big Mode. That looked fun, so he's playing all the games there. And then if you want to coordinate a game, you can post games in here if you want to play something. And then obviously we have pets. Always good to see pets. Everyone's pets is fun. Music channel if you want to play music. And then all these voice channels. So this is kind of what I was talking about. Down here is the general channel. This channel is where we'll go in at the end of the show. So if you want to join us for a quick chat, you by no means need to, but if you want to, I'll be in there for a little bit. And if you want to talk to me, you can do that. So talk at the end of the show in Discord here. There you go. And that'll take you here. Now, if you're not signed in, it may ask you to join. But once you're joined in the channel, you should be able to get that. That's just a public one. Yeah, looks like John just jumped in there. So we'll be in there at the end of the show. Cool. All right. So that's about it for news, I feel like, unless I'm missing something. Oh, there's a couple external stuff. Like I mentioned, we're not the only game developer, gaming community here in Ohio. So I always want to do a shout out as true to our spotlights, community spotlights. So I mentioned this before, but we do know a couple folks in Dayton that are part of this, was it Gem City tech group, and they're called the Gem City Game Developers. So they have an event in Dayton, if I'm right. Yeah, Dayton at the Arcade Innovation Lab. So if you're interested in that, that sounds pretty cool, not too far away, then you can join them. They're going to have a Thursday, January 8th, 5:30 to 7:30 event. They do these, I think, monthly, just like us. So I'll post that in the chat. If that catches your fancy, definitely check them out. They're a great group. And then the other one I saw was Cleveland has a game group. They always have a monthly event too. So they are going to be Saturday, January 3rd, from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. It sounds like. So if you're interested, they're doing an excuse to code. So it's kind of like our prototype and play. So if they just want a place to work, they're in Cleveland, so a little bit of a drive, but not too bad, and highly recommended for sure. So definitely check them out too. And then if I have more events, just keep an eye out on our Discord channel, in announcements, and then also in our Meetup page, and we'll try to let people know about them ahead of time. So cool. All right. Well, I think without further ado, Drift, I think we're going to go ahead and get started with your presentation, if that's okay. And so I'm going to go ahead and just double check. Let me actually do this correctly. Let's make sure I'm not missing anything. Presenters chat. Okay, cool. I got a video. All right, let me get this ready. So for those of you who aren't familiar, Drift works in Roblox, and he's been working on a simulation project called County of Rosefield. He's actually got 2 games that he's been presenting. But it's a great way to kind of see his progress working with his team. I think he works with Pixel 2 a little bit. And he got a big announcement today. So let's go ahead and show this, and then I'll show some other things afterwards. Let me know if you can't hear it. Let me turn that up.
Showcase in this
Here. Had my mic turned off.
Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to the Rosefield News Showcase in December 2025. I'm Drift, also known as Spalinowy, the creator
Sorry, I just realized I wasn't sharing anything. Okay.
of Rosefield Studios. Today I'll be talking about what has changed in our projects, what's new, and what I've been working on recently. We have a lot to cover today, so let's get started with the County of Rosefield. So this project has gone through a lot of changes recently, and I'm happy to finally say that the release is set for the 28th, of December, so tomorrow. The official trailer is officially out, and I'll show it in a moment. It gives a good overview of the overall progress on the project. Of course, as I've said on the previous GameDev meetup, we've been reworking it recently because the map was basically unplayable because of the inexperience, let's just say, of mine. Because the project has been ongoing for a year now, and throughout the year I have learned a lot when it comes to modeling and stuff, so we had to remake it. It was really badly optimized. So yeah, now let's go to the trailer. Alongside the trailer, I've also released 3 sneak peeks showing some of the newer work. So first up we have the Winchelsea Street. So this section of the street is located between Chair Green and Sunflower Bay. The street will end in Winchelsea, as of course the name suggests. The whole street won't be available in the first demo, I'll just say, unfortunately. But it will be expanded in the future updates. Powering the county power lines. So this is a big change related to, of course, the power infrastructure across the county. In the pre-rework version, there literally wasn't a single power line. As I was talking to my friend Pixel before, it was powered by a magic power. So yeah, it sounds small, but it really adds a scale of realism to the world of the county of Rosefield. So yeah, the next sneak peek and the last one is Azure Perha's jewelry store. It's a jewelry store located in an old building built in the Art Nouveau style. I hope that I said it correctly. It will be fully interiorized, which doesn't happen often in this project. There won't be a lot of interiors, I'll just say. So now onto something new. I've started a new project. It's called Rose of the Jura. It's a project about recreating my hometown Zawiercie in a one-to-one scale. The main goal here is, of course, realism. I fortunately can't show anything at this point, but soon enough I'll definitely show some sneak peeks. The project is still early, but it's something I'm really excited about and plan to develop alongside my other work. So yeah, that's pretty much everything from me today. Thanks for listening, and if you have any questions, I'll be happy to answer them in the chat. I'm Rosefield Studios.
All right, cool. Well, thanks so much. Appreciate that, Drift. It's always great to see your amazing trailers. So, I'll go ahead and share the trailer, say official trailer, in the chat if you guys want to see that again. Yeah, thanks, Shield. I know the nice trailer definitely is a great opportunity. Um, yeah, George, so he's a resident of Poland. Um, yeah, if you know anybody, you might actually know a couple people. just for funsies. You guys might collaborate together sometime. But yeah, definitely great to see your work, Drift, and excited for your new projects. So now you have the County of Rosefield, Truckers of Poland, and then this new one, right? What was the name? County of Jara? Let us know again. I just forgot the name, but yeah, great stuff. I'm super excited for it. Let us know when you want us to demo some content from any of these. Really, it's always great to see your updates, and excited to see what else comes from it. So cool. And then you always let people know that you do have a Discord as well. So if you ever want me to help you share that, just ping me, and be happy to kind of help. All right, so we'll get ready for our next presentation. Let me make sure I'm not missing anything. Oh, I am missing something. Two things, actually. Let me see. So make sure that if you want to learn more about Drift's opportunities, whoop, that's why I'm always like clicking the wrong thing. You can find his blog spots there. What in God's name is the County of Jura? That's his hometown. Oh yeah, you know that, Pixel. That's so funny. Where did you learn to create cinematics? It was really cool. What do you do in the game though? I've never played it. Yeah, let them know. I know Skyly, you're new, but it's kind of like a tour simulation game. So you can kind of, as you kind of see in the trailer, you can ride a bus and you can drive around the town. There are some mechanics in the game that he's been adding to both his games and probably the new one too. But it's, you can go in and pick up deliveries, you can kind of drop them off to different locations. So it's definitely like an explorative type of game. So you go through and the idea would be like, you're a bus driver picking people up and dropping them off. Currently right now it's just you driving a bus or a car or whatever and kind of moving around. But they are like more or less one-to-one scale. So he usually takes like a screen capture of Poland on Google Maps and kind of lays out the roads and all the different towns and kind of re-envisions them sometimes to different locations of himself. But yeah, it's a great opportunity to kind of see some different locations in Poland. But yeah, so I put the block spot in there, and I forgot there was some music I want to let you guys listen to as well. So if you need some music for your game, and you dig this type of music, let Drift know. He'd be happy to talk to you more. So if you like that cinematic music, trailer music, he does a lot of this great stuff. Honestly, it's just one of those things I just learned by accident. Oh yeah, Friday Night Funkin' Grabber. Yeah, I can see that. And I think you do this in Fruity Loops, right, Drift? Very crunchy. So if you want to hear more of that, I put the link in the YouTube chat. Yeah, it'd be cool, John. Well, it has it has its own, yeah, on screen original soundtrack. Yes, it does. It might be worth looking into Codes and Clones progress as progresses. Yeah, it'd be cool if you want to do music with that game, John. That'd be cool. Yeah, he always does some cool music. So Definitely good to see you. Huh? All right, let's go ahead and move on to our next one. But then, yeah, definitely Drift. If you got more topics or anybody has questions, let us know, and I'll keep an eye out for the chat. Cool. All right. Another one that I wanted to kind of showcase is this one isn't updated, but it's kind of a bit of a reminder. So again, I'm kind of grabbing some of these from our Discord channel. So if you go in our Discord channel and you were to go in to share your games, you can always post in your progress in here or a new game. At the top right corner, there's a new post, so you can add in, whatever you want. I encourage you to add for the very first post some sort of image, so you can always, add an image here. And then you can tag it whatever you want. So if it's a racing game, multiplayer, or whatever, you can add your post here. And what I do at these events, especially if we got time, is I'll go in and share any updates. So if there's a new game, or if there's an update to a game, I try to update that too. It looks like this just got updated as well. Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah, I'll try to see if I can grab that real quick. Add to collection. Don't mind me as I talk in the background. Yeah, I forgot that you made a new version, holiday version of this. So we'll try to get that in under the wire. Under the wire, doing a live. If you do have another game you want me to show, I'll try my best to get it on the live stream as well. Let's see if we can get this one working. Okay, cool. So we got that one. All right. So this Rise Again, I just want to let people know that there's been an update to some of the backgrounds. So if you look in Work in Progress, you'll see that Alex has actually updated some of the backgrounds for it. So you can see some progress there, some updates to that. So some cool stuff. I probably won't show it today because the link on Itch.io isn't up to date quite yet. There's still some bugs to be fixed. But if you do want to play the original Solid game, the one that's not a work in progress, it's a demo, but you can take a look there and definitely check that out. And then this one is a fight your way through maps of enemies, unlock abilities, acquire run-changing items, and do your best to survive in this turn-based strategy game. So the current state of the universe is one in decay. The day deity personified by the sun has died, leaving the world in a state of perpetual sunset. The gods, shocked that one of their own could be hurt by the actions of humans, abandoned their duties to their worshippers and their magi children. Magi? All the while, an army of undead and demons sweep the continent, hunting down any human, magic blessed or not. Humanity has fallen, the end has come. There's not much else to do but rise to the call. So rise, human, rise to the setting sun, rise to the defiant moon, and fight for all that's left of the life you've once lived. And you should fall, let your gravestone send a message to the gods that abandoned you, that we were here, that we lived, so rise again, rise again, rise again. So yeah, definitely check it out. It's pretty fun. I've seen them at Prototype and Play a couple times, so definitely is a fun game to play. And it's still a work in progress. So still working on it, so definitely check it out. But yeah, take a look at it and see if you like it. Another update. This one's a little bit more personal for me. This one is an update to College Quest. It's just kind of funny. I was actually pinged to this one because talking about CCAD, there's been updates to College Quest to include some. I don't know if this is actually part of the game or if it's just kind of a little funsy thing, but it's definitely a representation of CCD. This one, okay, this one I especially know. This is Kenny Hall at CCAD. I just remember that little like little outline of squares. It was part of this like art design thing, and in there you'd go in the door there, take a right, go up the stairs, and there would be our computer labs that I would have our animation labs at. So I went in for CCAD for animation. I didn't know if I mentioned that, but I am an alumni many years ago, and Anthony is too. So just kind of fun to see that he added some to this game. So it's a little bit of a slice of life of his high school experience actually. So I think this is may or may not be part of the experience, but this is some CCAD campus uh, experiences. So if you're interested in that, I'll let this play through just because I don't know if I actually went through all of it. Yeah, it's so funny because I know this is like giving me flashbacks. Actually, okay, so back here is I think this was the ceramics lab, which I never got to go to. My wife actually went there, so they went to CCAD too. But this was another way to get in. I remember I used to park my car over here and sleep and then go in because I'd probably have a project from the night before. But yeah, they have a ceramics lab over here, and then inside this building was like usually there was some artwork, and there was the supply lab or supplies. You could buy supplies in there. They had a little CCAD shop in there. So if you needed to grab and get some pencils or some paints or stuff, you could get it there. Yeah, this is cool. Thanks for sharing this, Anthony. So if you want to see more of School Quest, that's College Quest. This is School Quest. You can find his game here. It's actually finished. So there's you can buy it. I can't remember if it's on Steam, but I think it's just on itch.io currently. But it's a lot of fun. We've played it a couple times on the stream. It's kind of a slice of life of his high school experience and a little bit of a parody. Lots of fun 90s and some cliche tropes and stuff from that time. So it's a lot of fun. It's a point and click adventure if that's your thing. It's a lot of fun. And yeah, it's a pretty cool game that you should pick up and consider. Cool. So that's School Quest. Another update is Posse of 3 is coming in 2026. So you may have seen this in our live stream. So this is also a top-down game. So it's a Posse of 3 is an RPG Maker game that takes place in the Wild West setting with heavy fantasy elements. You will play 3 main characters: Sammy, a young settler, Agi, a native man, and Finnick, a wild fawn. Expect traditional turn-based RPG combat and a gripping Wild West story. So this is brought to you by 8-Ball Developer. It's got a collaboration of different artists working on this, or at least one artist. He's been working on the story and the gameplay for a long time. And it's good to see that you're pushing it up on Steam and making that step. It's always been kind of fun seeing your progress in this, and if you want to learn more about it, again, he's got like I'll kind of go through this. He's got like a spot in our Share Your Games channel. So again, if you go here, Share Your Games, you will see the update. So, and any of the new updates are going to be in here too. So if you want to see more up to date, like if you want to see some of their concept art, it's a great place to see that. These are great. It's all great. So keep an eye out on that. Wish listed if you like. And yeah, keep an eye out for that game. Do they have like a trailer? I can't remember. No trailer. It might be somewhere else, but cool. All right, Posse of 3. And then the next one, let me double check. I'm not missing. Okay. Again, I wanted to just kind of do a shout out for John for turret reviews and reviews. So definitely check them out. He basically does a retro breakdown. Yeah, I love the three-headed goose. I agree. John does a breakdown of retro games every month. He's got kind of a Christmas special, if you will. So if you want to see that, whoop, if I can type, you can see some of his updates there. So definitely check that out. So this is KC Munchin and Super Pac-Man with friends. I won't show all of this, but just kind of give you an idea.
Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, Happy Kwanzaa, Happy New Year, depending on what time this video gets to you. I said in December that I would be covering a special kind of argument, especially in regards to the Galactica playlist. That little argument, where Battlestar was referred to as a Star Wars ripoff.
So right, so if you want to learn more about Star Wars, and like I said, they have a couple of different games from that era. A little bit of Pac-Man. So if retro games is your vibe, this has been always a great breakdown. There's some Christmas specials in here. And yeah, John does a great job, like kind of breaking down some of these things. He actually brought at our holiday event a really cool. I think he had his PlayStation 1, like a mini TV. So he's always bringing his retro games and sharing with us. So I appreciate that quite a bit. And yeah, just kind of a fun, casual thing you can play on in the background if you're working on something on your computer, and a good way to kind of see what that era withheld. Yeah, so John says the Frogger was an extra and also have a Christmas game at the end. Yeah, nice. Cool. Sweet. Yeah, and I'm trying to get these promoted more often, John, so that, if people want to learn more about it, they can. But I'm glad that you're kind of doing these like almost every month. So, cool. Another one is there's a, I don't know if he's in hardware. Where are you at, bud? This is a work in progress usually. You put stuff in here. There's so much stuff to go over. Yeah, forgot you have your game. We covered that last month, but normally I can't find you. Maybe it's art. I forget where you put it. So we have a guy that does box art, right? And he's done a little sneak peek of a box reveal. I think it maybe was shameless plugs. Oh, yeah, this is cool too. There's all kinds of stuff in here. Well, I don't remember where it is, but it's somewhere. But anyways, I grabbed it. Randall, I grabbed your video, and he's done a box art. If you've ever played the game Space Quest, he's done a lot of different box arts, and he had who is he reacting to? I know I'm not preparing this very well. The Space Quest historian, yeah, has a YouTube channel, and he's a collector of Space Quest. Space Quest is another like point-and-click adventure game. We're doing like retro games. Maybe that's the vibe next year, is we're going back to retro. But yeah, Space Quest is fun. If you've never played it before, with Roger Wilco, it's hilarious. It's a pretty good game, and he did a box art unveiling. This is the Space Quest historian, and then Randall's down here kind of reacting to his box openings. And it is like an hour, so it's a little bit of time to get through. But yeah, Randall really does like meticulous work in researching all the different parts and pieces that have been in box art or could have been in box art. He had a little like certificate of authenticity. Had little opportunities of like, I think they had like letters from different folks that were interested in the game at one point. And then Randall shows a little bit of how he does his work. He does this all at home. I've actually got one of his pieces from The Day of the Tentacle, which is one of my favorite games. It does really great work. These are really cool. And I saw him at the party, and I was talking to him, and I think like if you all are working on a game and you want box art, uh, definitely reach out to Randall. Let me know if you can't find him in Discord, which I can't find him today, which is one thing. He'd be happy to kind of talk more at least. You know, he goes through all this painstaking material in terms of like, you know, printing things out, finding the manuals for things and cleaning things up. Um, by no means is he creating any of this content in some instance, um, like from scratch necessarily. It's all work that's already out there. But if you have work and you need someone to manufacture, he can help you with that. This was kind of a neat breakdown. I saw him post this a couple months ago, where he had to figure out how to print. There's basically like hints guides that you had to have a certain like film filter to kind of see this text, and they would write over like red visuals. So like you'd read the manual and you'd be like, I need the hint. Well, to get the hint, you'd actually have to have the little uh, red film filter to see what the text is underneath. So he had to kind of figure that process out. But it's cool. Like, you know, you really don't see that kind of stuff anymore. The box art content, and it sounds like he really appreciated the sending of this. Yeah, this is some of those letters. He's talking about some Sierra. Um, Again, just little letters that they had, which is pretty cool. Yeah, and if you got stuff like this too, like let us know. I mean, we're not uh, only doing game development in our group, so if you have things that you think is cool, feel free to share them in Discord or on our Facebook page or whatever. And it'd be great to hear what other people's experiences are. Let us know what your favorite game is. Like, you know, talk about new games for next year. It can be an old game, you know, maybe one that you didn't play or that you didn't get to play or you want to replay. You know, there's a lot of opportunities to kind of share your uh, enthusiasm for games. So, yeah, more of this. Yeah, cool setup, man. I really need to play this one now. I remember when I played this game, it was I forget what kind of computer it had. It had like Windows. It was like Windows like ME or something really old. And it could not support this game. And I remember playing, there's like a game within the game where you go to a bar and there's an arcade game that's basically the Three Stooges. And it was like Street Fighter. So you play one of the Three Stooges with another AI or another like enemy fighter, and I could not beat that game because my computer ran so slow. um, so I need to go back in and actually play this again. So I don't think I ever got too far. So cool. Well, thanks so much for the share. I hope that was interesting for folks. Check that out. Uh, Skylar, yeah, I love finding longer videos around game devs to play while I'm at work. Definitely going to check them out. Yeah, good, great. Yeah, always kind of good to see what other people are working on. This one is Life and Death, the card game. I don't know if I shared this before, but this was actually, I think it was a Global Game Jam game from this year, right? So the beginning of this year. I could be wrong. It could be GDEX. I can't remember which one this was from. But they did some updates, added it to itch.io. This is from Holy Ninja. So this is a card game. So it's the Life and Death, the card game. As a common proverb goes, the power of life and death lies in one's tongue. In this case, it lies in your hands of in the form of powerful cards with powers of creation and destruction. Which I think was the theme of, yeah, so I'm thinking this was a game jam, or a GDEX game jam, which would have been like in October, I think, September, October. We warn you, dear player, not to get carried away, as there is one thing that is true in power, about power. It corrupts. Yeah, yeah, that's right. It was the GDEX one. So, Kenyon is Holy Ninja 16, Karen Harris, and then music and audio by Ryan. And our play testers and supporters, and you for playing. So yeah, this is just a new update. So it's our launch that they had. So I'll go and do a little bit of a showcase of this game. This was made in Godot, looks like. We'll do credits first. So game design. Yep, this is what we saw on the main page. Cool. And then how to play. So objective is to corrupt your opponent to 100 corruption points while staying below 100 yourself. Soul points. Gain 15 soul points each turn. Spend soul points to play cards, no maximum limit. Save up for powerful plays. Corruption system. Start at 0 corruption, reach 100 corruption, you lose. Many cards corrupts you as payment for their effects. Deck system is a creation deck, always available, generally safer. Destruction deck unlocks at 5+ corruption, more powerful but riskier. Click on a card to select it, click on the card again to play it. So the turn structure, is the draw phase, which you choose which deck to draw from. Then you have the play phase, which you select the card and you select and play one card. Counter phase, future event, or future feature will be implemented in coming alpha versions. There's evaluation phase, which affects resolve, and then the end phase, check win conditions. So let's go ahead and play. So this is a just normal card game. So you have your player, and then your opponent. So let's see. This is the player's turn, plays phase, play cards. So this is my hand down here, and this is the opponent. So I will do. I'm just kind of reading. Have a fashion matching game building and need testers. Want to learn more about adding the team in online multiplayer. Okay, cool. Yeah, let us know. Let's do. I don't need to reduce my corruption because I don't have any yet. Deal corruption and 5 soul points. Yeah, let's deal corruption. So this is a soul cost of 5, so I have 15 it looks like. Deal corruption, 5 soul points you have, greater sacrifice, yeah. Cool. Alright. So it looks like the opponent got 15 more, and I can either draw a creation card at a risk, or I can use one of my other cards. Let's go ahead and draw. So we will... let's prevent just in case. So I have a shield. Oh wow, okay, yeah. I'm glad I did that because it hit me for 25. Alright, let's counteract and do a risky draw destruction. So this is going to cost 4, but it's going to deal 12. Nice. Okay. He's really hitting me quite a bit. Let's go ahead and reduce. So I can either do this one or this one. These are the same, right? Okay. I didn't draw anything. Prevents. Ah, man, that's a good one. I probably should do that. Because he keeps hitting me every turn. And he didn't hit me anything that... Nope. Oh, he did. I think. Alright. Let's get a destruction. I can heal... Ooh! So this one heals and deals corruption. So let's do that. Alright, now it's his turn. Okay, so now he's starting to catch up. Deals 25 corruption to your opponent and you gain 10. Oh, that's so good. That's so good. But yeah, that's what you get. Now he's at half. So we have to get him at 100. And now it's like starting to catch up. Okay, so I need to reduce or prevent. But I want to like really keep hitting him. Yeah, it's just like there's not a lot. So I can prevent because he keeps hitting me. It's just probably better because it's 15. He's like hitting me every turn. Maybe I can get a better destruction. Ooh, I can prevent 20 and discard 3. let's do... See, I feel like that's not really worth it. Oh, I can steal 6 soul points for your opponent to gain 1 corruption. But I don't really need them. I need to like really use some of these. So, to my understanding, these green ones at the top left are the soul gems. So let's do that. Oh, it just randomly throws them out. Oh, wow. I thought I would be able to choose, but okay. Well, let's do draw. Deals 8 corruption and you gain 2 corruption. That's weird because I thought I wasn't able to gain corruption from these cards, but I guess I can. Okay, we'll do that. It's catching up, and I'm still like getting hit. Opponent soul points capped at 15. Next turn, gain 2 corruption. That doesn't matter because like nothing is really higher than like 6 or 12 or whatever so far. I mean. And it's only for next turn? Yeah, I don't know. Let's see what happens. Not really impressed by either of those. I need to get some more creation cards. Okay. Let's do a draw, reduced by 8. Cool, now we're even. What's your move? Okay. Prevent 10 corruption. Let's prevent. Man, I really shouldn't have thrown out so many, I guess. We're gonna do some damage. Oh yeah, you're in for it. Did 25 damage for 10. Okay, we'll do another one. Opponent's soul points capped at 15. So we did that, right? Let's do this one. Steal 6. Not getting any more corruption. I'm not sure what's happening. Alright, let's do... I guess what I did before. That's fine. We'll do it again. Let's do creation, gain 16 soul points, and gain 3 corruption. I don't really need that, though. I've got so much. Unless I'm reading this wrong. Really, I feel like I'm not really reducing these that much. Let's see what this one does. Okay. Do more destruction, prevent 20, and discard 3 cards. Yeah, I guess that's fine. They can't hurt me. Alright. Steal 6. That's all I can do. Steal 6 of his gems. Yeah, I feel like that's not going down. Am I crazy? Will prevent 8 corruption. I need to do some damage. Oh no! Whoa, he really hit me. What? I was like a 62. Holy crap. What did he use? The corruption has consumed your soul. You have fallen to the darkness. Holy cow, what move did he play? Dang, I was not expecting that. Okay. Well, that's life and death. Wait. Oh. You tell, hey, Holy Ninja, you're playing my game? Yeah, of course I'm playing your game. Why not? You had a little update on your itch.io, so I figured I'd play it. Yeah, it's been fun. I'd like to see more. So it's always kind of fun to kind of see that. But yeah, lots of fun. Love the dramatic music. And yeah, let us know when you've got some more updates. I know in your how to play, you talked about in the future you're going to have a counter phase. That would be pretty cool. But yeah, I feel like something happened in my soul gems. They didn't seem to be going down. And then I was at 62, like corruption, and they were at 72. And then like out of nowhere, I just went to 100 corruption. I was like, holy crap. I would have liked to know what card he played. Maybe I wasn't paying attention. But that would have been really cool to see. Because I want to know what card that is so I can get that card next time. But yeah, it was fun. Great stuff, man. Keep us posted if you got more updates. Um, I know what happened. Make it bigger with more colors and add sounds with each playing card. You know what happened? Was it not supposed to happen that way? AI played the soul sacrifice card. Oh. Okay. Yeah, that's a gnarly card, man. Because I was not prepared for that. It definitely sacrificed me, and he won. So, but yeah, it was fun. So definitely check them out. Um, and you can also like as connected to this, uh, you can see all the GDEX Game Jam games that they had. So if you want to see his game along with other ones, you can look at the submissions. Um, excuse me. Overview. So yeah, if you go in submissions, yeah, you can see all the games from that time. So yeah, these are all really fun. Not gonna go back in here, but can't wait to see the next one. Cool. All right. And then I think last but not least, as part of the tradition, we have a Christmas game, which is appropriate, I think. So thanks for submitting this under the wire, Perspective Games. I know you brought this to our holiday party, which is great, and I'll be happy to kind of play this a little bit. So this is Balloon to the Moon 2, the Christmas edition, second. Perspective Holiday 2025. Merry Christmas from Perspective Games. To celebrate, I made a game edition of Balloon to the Moon 2, a smaller version of the original game that features modified levels and Christmas-themed backgrounds. This also has doubled as sort of a demo for the original game. Also, to add to this bonus, I included Gun Ranger, an HTML game from Jake Connor Games era, but now finally playable as a desktop game. Also given you the Balloon to the Moon 2 desktop wallpaper. All of this is completely free. Happy holidays. Yeah, thanks for the support, man. It's always good to see your games. If you want to see this as well, I posted it in the chat channel. And I'll go ahead and load it up. I think I got it all good to go. I haven't played this. Oh, here's the wallpaper. So if you want your wallpaper, that's included in the zip file with the games. We'll do the Balloon to the Moon 2 first, because there's like, if I can get my cursor. Where's my cursor? When you upload it, there's 3 files. So there's the Balloon to the Moon 2 game, there's the Gun Ranger game, and the desktop. So we'll go ahead and get the Balloon to the Moon Christmas edition. All right. And this is all built in, I think, was it Game Maker Studio? But he's been working on these games for a while. Balloon to the Moon, Christmas edition. It's a potion shop. Sentry. Here's your character. The miner. I put my mic back next to me. Peter. I'll turn this down just a little bit. All right. Okay, so we'll use the arrows. Beat the main game to unlock. Oh, I don't know if we're gonna be able to do that today. Wipe, save, exit. But definitely, if you get to beat this game and you able to replay, let us know what the secret is to unlock. So the actions are press up and down to move cursor, press space or A and X on a controller to select. Oh, I guess. Yeah, okay. Hello, my name is Peter. Let me get catch you up to speed here. It's Christmas on the moon. After introducing the concept to Princess, she decided to celebrate it. However, as we got ready for Christmas, all the presents got scattered around the moon. Princess asked me if I can gather them all. I agreed. Let's go. Oh yeah, Merry Christmas. Alright. go ahead and get started. Hi, it's me, the Moon Rabbit Princess. Merry Christmas. Let's brush up on your skills real quick. So we got these little markers to chat. You're going to have to jump over this with W, up arrow, or space on the keyboard. A or X or whatever controller you're using. Look at all these balloons. Jump on them and you'll go for a ride. Wow! Yeah, so that's the main mechanic of the game. Flags are checkpoints. If you die here, respond to the checkpoint. It's a checkpoint. These are the results of your moon goddess. She protects all the moons, including you. Not only is this a checkpoint, but it also saves your game. Yay! These objects will kill you, although if you jump on the sea of spikes at the start, you'll probably already knew that. But don't touch these. This goes for anything that is red. So if I were to die, I explode into confetti, and I go back to my save point. These are presents. On the top right of your screen, you'll see a number of presents you need to collect in each area. Alright, so top left over here is, there was 3 and now it's 2. There's 2 more in this area. These are locked walls. You'll need to grab all the keys in this area to unlock them. So there's a key, and I get my present. Hold the jump to jump higher. Ugh. Okay. Okay, I'm really bad at this already. Yay! Alright, that's the end of the tutorial. The arrows at the end of the room will take you to the next room. Also press P or start to pull up the map to see your progress. Let's see what that's like. Alright, so P is for map. So you can see there's a lot of different places to go. Looks like you have 3 presents out of 46, so there's quite a few presents to get to. Alright. Got a checkpoint. Oh, there's a present. Oh yeah, I forgot about these ladders. You can move in all directions. Oh! I'm glad I had a checkpoint. So you can move across. Up! Ah, I really fubbed that. Ah! Okay. I fubbed that. Oh my gosh. I'm glad I had a checkpoint. Okay. Let's see where this takes you. Oh no! Guess I deserve that. Oh, crap. Well, how about you teleport me up there? Oh no! If it hasn't been obvious, I'm not great at these games. Okay, just making sure the music's not too loud, so you guys can hear me. Alright, so it looks like there's 3 more in this area. How the heck do I get that one? Not like that. Alright. I don't need that anymore. So we'll go over here. Eh. Baby doop boo. Oh my gosh. I just need down there. Okay, cool. Ah. Yay. Okay. Hey, first carrier. Oh, it's Miner. Merry Christmas. Alright, so how do I get up there? To the checkpoint. Okay. Oh, here's the key. Oh, I don't want to do that, do I? If I get that key, I won't be able to get this present. Oh my goodness. Oh, there's a checkpoint right there. Okay, cool. Now I can get that key. I mean, not that it matters. Oh! Yay! Got all the presents. Okay. Merry Christmas! What is this? A flower? Oh, so this is kind of like the hub area. This is 11 out of 46 treasures. Collect all treasures, suppress jump to open the door. Or at the door. So if you go back to our map, I'm here at the palace.
This is a really good game.
Oh, hey, Drift! Have you seen this game before? Look, I managed to make a Christmas tree. Very nice. Boop, boop, boop. Aha, I got all the Christmas trees. Alright. So that's all the presents in this area. Boop. Got a save point. I managed to use the XLRs to grow a Christmas tree. Nice. Yeah, didn't think I could get that. Ha ha ha. Yeah, this game is pretty addictive. I do love the bouncing on the balloons mechanic. Ooh! Until that happens. Unless there's none. Who am I talking to? Oh, I think Drift jumped into the call. I think he's being funny. He thinks he's funny. Oh, this is kind of crazy. Oh, man. This is... Gonna do one more time. Haha. Okay. Oh, that was a present! There's like 5 in here. So yeah, I think you kind of get the idea. Whoop. But yeah, if you want to play more of this, there's quite a few levels, like I mentioned. And then yeah, if you get a chance to get all the treasures, you can see each one of them has, as you go through them, a description of how many treasures are in each, and then just kind of going through one by one. I don't know what these XLRs things are, but they're pretty cool too. Alright. Cool. Alright, so that is Balloon to the Moon Christmas Edition. So if you want to play that, you're more than welcome to grab the link in the chat channel. And yeah, I think that's about it. I think I got everything I was looking for today. Cool. Alright. Well, thanks everybody for coming on out. So like I mentioned before, we're going to jump back into the Discord channel. So if you get a chance to, we're going to go into the general channel. Here, I'll show this. So if you go into, if you kind of start from the top and go down, there's the general channel. You can jump in there. By no means do you need to, but we're going to just chat in there for a little bit. So if you want to join us, you're more than welcome to. And then yeah, just get to talk to us if we presented something of yours. If you want to talk about something that you worked on, you can jump in too. But otherwise, if we don't see you, have a wonderful New Year's. Have a safe travel if you're traveling, and we'll catch you in the New Year's. Again, coming up next second Friday of the month is should be an online prototype and play in January 9th, and then we're still working to get our site approved and created for the 2026 Global Game Jam at CCAD. So keep on the lookout for that Go to our Meetup page for all our events. And otherwise, have a great rest of your weekend. Thanks for stopping by, and we'll catch you guys later. Thanks, everyone. Take care. Bye-bye.